Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, March 25th. We have all you need to know about the rescue of 40 dogs from a Center County home, as well as more on an upcoming No Kings protest in State College.
We also have the latest information on the extreme flood damage in Hawaii, along with sports, entertainment, weather, and the interview. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Cara McGowan.
And I'm Cassandra Hager. Over 40 dogs have been taken into a local animal shelter following an ongoing investigation by the Center County Humane Society Police. The shelter, Center County Paws, said that 28 adult dogs and 15 puppies were found in critical condition in a Center County home. 15 deceased puppies were also reportedly found in the home. Center County Paws is in need of donations to support this large intake of animals, which can be made online at centercountypaws.org or by mail.
A man has died in a motorcycle crash on Route 219 on Saturday night. The driver, 42-year-old Matthew Smith, was reportedly not wearing a helmet when he lost control, drove off the highway, and hit an embankment on the highway's south side. Smith was taken to Conemaugh Hospital and pronounced dead around 8:20 p.m., just 1 hour after the crash occurred. Cambria County Coroner Jeff Lees has declared the death as accidental, and toxicology reports are pending.
On Thursday, Penn State University filed a petition for special relief, asking the court to define terms and conditions for Spikes baseball and Penn State's use of Medler Field at Lebrano Park. The petition follows a contract dispute over the park that culminated on February 2nd when a notice of judgment was issued in favor of Penn State. In the petition, Penn State demands full access to the field for scheduled events and activities, as they claim interference with their events leads to financial and reputational harm.
A state college protest will be one of thousands across the nation as a series of, quote, No Kings rallies against President Trump and his administration's actions. Local event organizer Keystone Indivisible cited rising costs, ICE tactics, and the war in Iran as the main focus for Saturday's demonstrations. A large crowd is expected, and organizers are trained in de-escalation tactics to ensure a safe environment for all attendees. The afternoon will also include information resources, face painting, and a costume contest. No Kings Day will take place at Penn State's Old Main Lawn on March 28th between 1 and 3 p.m. Speaking of protests, one of our reporters had the opportunity to attend one downtown this past weekend. Hannah Imler-Kinsley is live in the studio with the latest. Hannah?
Thanks, Cara. This past Saturday, I attended a Women's History Month protest downtown. Let's take a look. March is Women's History Month. In allegiance with that, activists met downtown for a women's issue-based protest. I'm at the Allen Street gates where there is currently a protest being held for Women's History Month. Some of the issues that they are rallying for include ICE, violence against women, and women's health care. Several activist groups came together for the event, including the People's Defense Front and the Student Committee for Defense and Solidarity.
Today we're out here for International Working Women's Day, and that is a proletarian holiday, working class holiday that is on March 8th. And we're out here protesting because we're doing that in the spirit of International Working Women's Day, remembering that it is a working class holiday. It's a holiday that's about fighting for women's emancipation, and it's about fighting against imperialism.
Some of the issues important to protesters included the conflict in Iran, ICE kidnappings, and women's workplace liberation.
And here in State College, there is rampant sexual violence. There is catcalling on the streets. Working women are oppressed at Penn State in the community. And we are out here today because we want to show the university and the borough that working women and working people will not stand for that.
These organizations continue to raise awareness for many issues in State College. Reporting for PSN News, I'm Hannah Imler-Nisley. More information is available on the People's Defense Front Instagram page. Back to you, Cara.
Thanks, Hannah. What kind of weather can students expect for this week? Student meteorologist Filippo Formica has this week's forecast. Filippo?
It was a beautiful spring day in State College. Taking a look over Beaver Stadium right now, partly cloudy skies and 55 degrees. Our feels like temperature at 55, much warmer compared to average this time of the year. A southerly wind at 9 miles an hour, helping it stay warm. But we do have a storm system on the way, maybe some sprinkles ongoing across areas of northwestern Pennsylvania. But this is going to be leading into a heavier rain threat for the day tomorrow. But you noticed it was much warmer today, 9 degrees warmer from this time yesterday, but just the west of the Central Mountains, 15 degrees higher and 16 degrees higher in Pittsburgh and Erie, respectively, from this time yesterday. Our dew points are quite low right now, but will be rising over the next 24 hours. That leaves for the chance for a few rumbles of thunder tomorrow. So let's time that out for you. Starting out here at around 9:45 p.m., we are expecting a line of showers, some rumbles, some downpours, and off to the west, maybe even some severe thunderstorms to move through. And that's going to move out overnight Thursday and into Friday. But the rain doesn't stray that far away, just staying right along the Pennsylvania Turnpike in southern Pennsylvania. Could even see a few flakes on the backside of this line. So as we go throughout the day on Thursday, a warmer day before another round of severe thunderstorms possible, and then we cool down again. So March, a very changeable time of the year, and that's definitely the case. For tonight, 44 degrees, partly cloudy skies, the southerly wind keeping our temperatures much warmer throughout the day tomorrow, and we have another chance of a 70-degree day. 74 degrees are high here in State College before that line of showers, downpours, and rumbles moves in the afternoon. Southwesterly wind at 13 miles an hour, and as we go into this weekend, we're going to see temperatures dive again back into the 40s, but some sunshine for Saturday and Sunday, so that's some good news. That'll definitely help out with how cold it'll be, especially Saturday morning. 26 degrees are low both Friday and Saturday, but then we start to rebound in the early part of next week, back into the 60s and 70s with the chance for some rain and some showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you're getting out at any point this weekend, it is looking quite beautiful, so be sure to enjoy it. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Filippo. Now over to Frankie Gallagher with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Cara. I'm Frankie Gallagher with your sports update. Hockey isn't quite over yet for Penn State fans. The number 3 seeded Nittany Lions are headed to New York to begin their quest for a second straight Frozen Four appearance. They will face number 6 and second seeded Minnesota Duluth in the Albany Region semifinal on Friday, March 27th. This will be the first ever matchup between the Nittany Lions and the Bulldogs. Penn State is coming off its best NCAA run, whereas the 3-time champion Bulldogs are coming off a 3-year hiatus from the NCAA tournament. The game will take place in MVP Arena at 9 p.m. following the overall 1 seed and Big Ten champion Michigan Wolverines matchup with the AHA champion Bentley Falcons. Penn State's swimming's Mariano Lazzarini, Matthew Bittner, Tyler Kim, and Cooper Morley are competing in this year's NCAA Men's Swimming and Diving Championships. The championship got underway earlier today at Macaulay Aquatic Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Lazzarini is competing in the 100 and 200 breaststroke, and he'll join Bittner, Kim, and Morley in the 200 and 400 medley relays. All 4 qualified swimmers are competing in the men's 200-yard relay right now, where they are currently seated 11th. You can check out the championships on ESPN+. Although the World Baseball Classic didn't end the way Americans wanted, there's more fun coming up with the MLB opening week. The 2026 season kicks off tonight with the New York Yankees heading to California to face the San Francisco Giants. That will be followed by 11 opening day games tomorrow, and the remaining 6 teams will play their first games of the season on March 27th. 30 of the best pitchers across the majors will face off, including 8 who will be making their first opening day start and 15 All-Stars. This season, the Los Angeles Dodgers are looking to three-peat, while the rest of the league will look to take them down. Earlier today, the NBA's Board of Governors approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. Sources told ESPN that all 30 owners voted in favor for exploring expansions. The league will examine Seattle and Las Vegas bids over the next several months, a process that is expected to generate offers in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team. Seattle has been without an NBA team since 2008, when the Supersonics relocated to Oklahoma City and become the Thunder due to venue disputes. Since then, Key Arena has become Climate Pledge Arena and is home to the Kraken and WNBA Storm. Vegas is home to the 3-time champion Las Vegas Aces, where the WNBA team resided since 2018. It is rumored that the league is targeting the 2028-2029 season for the 2 expansion franchises to start playing. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Sophia Tabernet has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Sophia Tabernet with your entertainment update. Emmy Award-winning comedian John Mulaney is returning to Penn State this fall. His new stand-up tour, titled John Mulaney, Mr. Whatever, is coming to the Bryce Jordan Center on October 22nd. This is Mulaney's second appearance at Penn State since his last show in 2022. Pre-sale tickets will be available at 10 a.m. on March 25th. Standard tickets will be available at Ticketmaster.com at 10 a.m. on March 27th. The Tony Award-winning production, The Music Man, is traveling to Happy Valley. Known for its unique musical style and high-energy dance numbers, the show is currently on tour with Big League Productions and will be stopping at the Eisenhower Auditorium on April 7th for one night only. Tickets are available online at Penn State's Center of Performing Arts website. Want to hear more about the latest fundraising effort for a scholarship in memoriam of a Penn State student? Reporter Prithvi Sudhakar is live in the studio with more. Prithvi?
Thanks, Sophia. Last week, I had the opportunity to attend the Osazi's Heart Scholarship fundraiser dinner in State College. Let's take a look. The State College community came together on Wednesday, March 18th for a fundraiser dinner hosted by the Osaze's Heart Scholarship Committee. The event honors Osaze Osagi, a State College resident who was fatally shot by police in 2019. Many Center County residents came together to remember Osaze and raise money for the scholarship.
This is Osaze's birthday, and so every year on March 18th we do hold this event, and we really hope to grow it in the years to come.
The theme of this year's fundraiser was A Taste for the Town, which was evident as 3 local small business caterers served the dinner. The Taste of Transylvania, Fatum's Bistro, and Maya's Pot Roast Jamaican Cuisine showcased amazing Romanian, Indian, and Caribbean international cuisines. There was also live music from popular local artists Addie Martinez and Eric Ian Farmer, who entertained the audience with melodies, including Lean On Me by Bill Withers. Additionally, there was a silent auction giving away coupons and gift cards from local businesses, including Jersey Mike's and Kitchen Caboodle.
Osaze's Heart Memorial Scholarship is a beautiful thing that grew out of a very devastating tragedy, but the event is a way to perpetuate Osaze's spirit of caring and faith and service to the community. And you can see by tonight how many people have come and the joy and love that's in the room. It's a very fitting way to both pay tribute to Osaze and to carry on his legacy.
The different cuisines showcased in the event emphasized the ethnic diversity in State College. And judging by the atmosphere, people seem to have had a wonderful time.
Well, it means a lot to me for several reasons. One, my granddaughter actually won the scholarship last year, but I am friends with the Osaze family, and so I'm to support them in any way that I can.
Despite having mental health issues and autism, Osaze embodied a helpful personality, volunteering with local organizations. Fundraising proceeds will help his family and the scholarship committee.
It makes me very proud as mayor of State College to see how people care so much in this community. In fact, for me, I think the defining quality of this community is that people care about one another.
The scholarship, which started at State College Area High School in 2021, is presented annually to a high school student in a racially underrepresented community who has a passion for community service and hopes to further it. This event has certainly embodied diversity, philanthropy, and camaraderie. Reporting in State College, Prithvi Sudhakar, PSN News. Community was a driving force behind this event, given that many residents showed up all to come in support of this fundraiser. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Prithvi. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry announced they are co-producing a new Netflix series. The scripted drama show will take place in Florida and focus on the relationship between 2 rival polo teams. This comes after reports surfaced alleging a strained relationship between the royal couple and Netflix. Representatives have since disputed these claims, and a release date for the new show is still unknown. Hallmark is officially going on tour. The live stage show, titled Hallmark Stars Live, will visit 10 cities in 2 weeks. The tour begins on July 22nd and will be hosted by Nikki DeLoach. Each show will be 90 minutes and feature Hallmark actors telling behind-the-scenes stories and interacting with fans. Ticket sales began on March 27th at 10 a.m. at hallmarkstarslive.com. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, to interview anchor Kylie Smith, we'll be speaking with Ella Roslenik, the president of the Penn State Western Equestrian Team. Stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
All of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kip.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss. Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment. We are Red Carpet News.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Kylie Smith, joined by Ella Roslanik, president of Penn State's Western Equestrian Team. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Ella.
Happy to be here.
So, you're from Michigan.
Yes.
How do you get to the point where you're coming to Penn State, and more specifically for the Western Equestrian Team?
Yeah, for sure. I came to Penn State. I looked around at a couple different colleges that had teams and stuff. And then I went on the phone with our coach now, Coach Chris Meckley. Shout out, he's the best. And I hopped on the phone with him, and he was one of the best people. I knew he was going to be an awesome influence on my college career. And then I came, saw Penn State, saw the mountains. I didn't know Pennsylvania had mountains. We don't got that in Michigan.
Yes.
And that was incredible. And I found my little home here now. I like it. It's nice.
So how long did you do equestrian before?
Oh my God, I've been riding since I was probably like
A while.
7. Yeah, since I was just like a little thing, little top in there. Yeah.
And I know that you're serving as president of the Western Equestrian Club now. Yeah. It's a big deal. Can you tell us about your responsibilities under that position?
Yeah, for sure. So we have 2 different like main leadership roles. That's the captain and the president. The president's biggest job is just like communication between us and Penn State. I'm kind of like the little middleman anytime we need something, when we're dealing with travel, talking with our advisors, all the goods. And then our captain does most of the work when we're at the competition, getting us ready, and all that kind of thing. But we work together really nicely. We always make sure the team's doing okay. It's a pretty close family environment, so it's nice.
I love that. How big is the team?
I think we have 21 riders this year. Yeah, we like to keep it a little smaller, so everybody gets a chance to compete when they're on the team.
Great. And speaking of competitions, you guys just went to Findlay, Ohio
Yes, we did.
for semifinals. Can you kind of tell me about your experience and how you guys got there?
Yeah, for sure. So semifinals is the competition you qualify for after you win the region. So our team over the past year has accumulated enough points to win our region. Let's go. Thank you, Northeast. So after you win the region, you move on to semifinals. And if you advance past that, you're on to nationals, which is the last competition. We went down to Findlay, Ohio. Incredible facility. They have a really cool program down there. And it was like start to finish, it was awesome. The energy was super great. We really are a family. So like when we get to competitions, it's a really supportive environment, and that kind of keeps us going through everything. We wound up finishing 3rd. Top 4 teams went on. It was a lot of excitement.
Awesome.
It was super fun.
How many teams did compete?
I want to say like 10 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Something like that.
And
yeah.
you said you got 3rd.
Yeah, we got 3rd.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But this does mean that you're moving on to nationals, and this is only the 2nd time in Penn State history that this has happened for your team.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you expecting? Tell me your thoughts.
All right, let's talk about it. Nationals are in Tryon, North Carolina, which is awesome. So beautiful. North Carolina is an incredible state. And yeah, this is only the 2nd time we've ever done it, which is super cool because the first time was when I was a sophomore. So in my 4 years, we've gotten to go twice, which is a really incredible experience. But yeah, we'll get down there weekend before graduation. I think it's like May 3rd, and be there for the full weekend. We'll compete every single day in the team events. And then we have 2 qualifiers that are competing individually, which is even more awesome.
That is incredible.
But yeah, we're hoping we can do something pretty cool. It'll be a great time.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
And you specialize in reining.
Yes, I do.
That's what it's called, reining.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, let's chat about that. Have you ever seen Yellowstone? No, that's okay.
Yes,
It's fine.
yes.
Yeah, if you've ever seen Yellowstone, like you'll pretty much know what it is. It's a Western style of riding, so it's not what you see in the Olympics where they're going over jumps or any of that kind of thing, wearing the
Okay.
tight pants and the helmets. We wore cowboy hats, chaps, kind of the type of stuff you would see on like a normal like kind of ranch aesthetic.
Right.
When we go into the ring, what we do is they give us a little sheet of paper. It's a pattern, and pretty much what it has is a bunch of different directions. It'll be like trot the horse this far, lope the horse in a circle, lope the horse in a faster circle, stop the horse, spin the horse, all that kind of thing. And it's judged based off who completes the patterns most accurately and kind of with the most finesse and stuff. And it's judged on like a point scale. By the end of it, whoever has the highest points wins.
That's cool. So very technical, kind of.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Can you tell us, your horse's name is Hank?
Yes, I do have a horse named Hank.
Tell us about him. Him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Hank's the best. So actually, well, the way that we do it in college is when you show up to a competition, you randomly draw a horse. It's kind of how they like even the playing field. So you like show up, you'll draw a horse's name, no warm up, get in the ring and compete. Hank on the other side is just my personal horse. So he's kind of what I used to practice on a lot for competitions, but he's great. He's an 8-year-old gelding, AQHA. He's actually for sale right now.
What?
If anyone's looking. But he's the best. Yeah, I do the ranch riding on him in the summer times and practice on him for the school in the winters.
I love it. And how long have you been riding on Hank?
Hank, I think I've only had about 2 years. But yeah, he's a great horse. We had a bunch of fun together. He's cool.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So you said that everyone gets a random horse kind of, and it's just completely randomized. It's different every time. So how do you think that affects? Do you think it has an effect on your competition?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of how they even the playing field. With a lot of the breed circuits, there can be a little bit of a way where people can kind of have a really expensive horse. You can put like a corpse on it, that thing's going to go win. But at this level, it's significantly more judged on the rider and their horsemanship. There's kind of a different variable when you walk into the ring and you don't know what you're going to ride. You don't necessarily know its cues, how it's been trained. So you kind of got to look at it. Like I'll stand and I'll look at a horse and I'll be like, okay, like I can see it's falling down in its hind end a little bit. I can see like maybe its shoulder's a little weaker. I'll know I need to hug it with my back leg, keep its hind end, like all that kind of thing.
So very technical.
Yeah, it's a lot of technical. It's kind of things you learn through experience and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really cool. I enjoy it a lot. It definitely challenges you a lot more as a rider than like any other style of riding would. Yeah, it's really cool we can do that at a high level.
I love it. And lastly, you said already this is your last year on the Western Equestrian team. Last year at Penn State, not to be sentimental, but can you tell us about your favorite memory being on the team?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Literally every single day with those people is one of the best. Probably, honestly, this most recent semifinals was one of my favorites, a little bit because we're old and we're seniors and we're getting sentimental with it already. But being there and watching some of my teammates that I've seen work so hard in the past 4 years and like really seeing that pay off on the big stage and under the big lights and stuff, that was really cool. Like it really is nice to kind of watch and see the people I've grown so much with in 4 years, like really do a big one. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hopefully finals, nationals will be even better.
Cross our fingers.
Well, Ella, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us more about your experience with the Penn State Western Equestrian team. Now, stick around because coming up next, Cassandra and Cara will have the latest news from across the nation.
Ready, Mike? 3, 2, fade in on 2, Mike and Q.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
When he knew that, how do you say
I know.
she like continues to hold her values and everything though, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model
the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
What if Asking Penn State?
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State. Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
President Donald Trump is ordering federal immigration agents to assist TSA in U.S. airports by guarding exit lanes or checking passenger IDs until Democrats agree to fund the Department of Homeland Security. This decision is drawing concerns as their presence may escalate tensions among frustrated air travelers and unpaid agents. Republican Senator for Alaska, Lisa Murkowski, said, "We need to get the TSA agents paid, and Trump's new airport security plan is a, quote, bad idea." More than 500,000 ballots have been seized for recount in California following November's special election on redistricting. The recount comes after governor candidate and current sheriff Chad Bianco claimed to have received reports of ballot discrepancies from a local citizens group. The election in question has serious implications for future midterms, as the redistricting map would favor Democratic candidates. While Bianco denies the recount has, quote, nothing to do with his campaign for governor, California Attorney General Rob Bonta says the move is meant to sow distrust in elections. Counting was temporarily paused, but recently resumed with an oversight of a judge-appointed official. On Friday, thousands of residents in towns north of Honolulu were forced to evacuate as officials warned of the possible failure of a 120-year-old dam. More than 230 people were rescued as heavy rains triggered the worst flooding Oahu has faced in 20 years, inflicting what Governor Josh Green said could top $1 billion in damage. No casualties have been reported, but the governor did note that about 10 people were taken to the hospital with hypothermia. The U.S. Department of Energy recently announced a partnership to develop a data center on the site of a decommissioned Ohio uranium enrichment plant. The new facility is expected to include a 10-gigawatt data center with on-site and grid-connected power generation. Roughly $33 billion of the project's funding comes from Japanese investment management company SoftBank. Secretary Howard Lutnick stated that this project is a part of the administration's effort to, quote, reindustrialize the country through AI. Now, over to Ryan with the latest in global news.
Thanks, Cara. I'm Ryan Lowy with your international news update. Experts warn that the world could soon be facing a global economic crisis tied to rising oil prices and energy supply disruptions. The recent spike in gas prices is linked to the U.S. and Israel's current conflict with Iran. Disruptions in transport and at the Strait of Hormuz are creating oil delivery service disruptions. With high oil prices increasing fuel costs worldwide, inflation is more and more likely to impact transported goods across the globe and make basic goods more expensive for consumers. And now over to Denmark. National election has concluded with question marks, leaving the current prime minister's future unclear. The current Democratic Party in control lost many seats and allies, but still holds significant influence. The election produced a fragmented result, meaning that multiple parties are claiming seats in the country's unicameral national legislature. The next government will depend on coalition building between parties, meaning what's next for the country is completely unpredictable. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News. Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.